we're doing is, these sleds are kind of hard to find, and we found this one at a yard sale. It's beat up pretty decently. So we're going to straighten out the runners and make it look something like that when we're done. Because this doesn't work anymore.
Dad, all that thing needs is a new steering.
So the reason I ended up cutting all the wood apart, breaking it off, was all the bolts were completely rusted. Some of the bolts are carriage heads, so there was no way I could really get in there and turn them out. So it's easier just to break them off, break the wood off, and then take a bolt cutters, cut the bolts. We're going to be putting new bolts and everything in anyway. And a half long. You know, we could actually make it wider like this, or we could make it skinnier. Let's see what the natural would look like. Up here. I think narrower would be okay. So here we're just repurposing some lumber, some 2x6s that we have laying around, 2x4s we have laying around. These are going to be the cross members that go across from these metal parts right here. So it's going to go just like this. And basically just copying that sled over there. So we want to kind of replicate that. So if you look over here, that's these three right here. And then we put some sturdier ones on the side, and then three coming up the middle, and then a cross member. We're also going to be replacing the cross member on this one. One thing I'm looking for in a piece of wood is finer grains, more strength. A lot of the pine nowadays comes from plantations, or they grow really fast. The grains are really far apart, and they're not nearly as strong as the stuff that has really fine grains. So I'm kind of sorting through with stuff that is a little bit straighter and doesn't have quite as big a grain. That are cut in half and then milled down to 1/2 inch for the slats on top. So they're all uniform, nice and smooth. Something like this. This and those spaced out a little bit better. So something like that. Maybe I'll bring this up and edge those corners off. Don't have a pattern to go off of, we're just kind of cutting, fitting, seeing what maybe looks the nicest. Go from maybe this corner here. Okay, we've got pretty much everything here cut out to length, size. We're going to be routering it. Here it looks like it's about the only original piece from the original sled. But as you can see, the holes are extremely worn. So we're going to be making a new one here. And then after that, it'll be routering and then a trip to the hardware store to get bolts to hold it all together. Okay, so this one here looks like it has a maximum of about 2.5 inches here. And I've got 3.5. I'm gonna have to cut it down just a little bit. Hey, we've got everything cut out. All the pieces are just kind of laying here. Next step is going to be grabbing the router, smoothing all the edges out a little bit. And then we're going to head to town, get some bolts, nuts, screws, and rods, tape it together, and we'll have a Dodge. Oops, did I say that? Spud likes to come along even though it's wet. What do you think, Spud? Ace over here at Ace to get the hardware for the sled. We're back with the bolts. It's about to go together. Serious metal band. Hey! Look who shows up like a blister!
I know, right? The work is all about. That's amazing. You totally just redid that whole thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where'd you get the wood?
2x4s.
Oh, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you had
You know. Looks like this sled has been sitting for quite a while. It's fairly rusty. And rust is friction, so I want to clean the bottom of the runners up to get the maximum speed. Yeah, it looks a lot better. Got the rust off of there, got it down to a nice slick metal surface. Took all the rust off of the runners on the bottom with this wire wheel. And now we're going to take it one step further. We're going to put some WD-40 on it, see if this will make it slide a little bit nicer. Just a nice film on there. Ooh, yeah, that's nice and slick. A little bit stiff right now. But with a little bit of use, this is going to, we're actually bending metal, so yeah. Hey everyone, it's Sunday afternoon. Got late on this last night, didn't get to try out the sleds. The boys have been trying it out just a little bit on the little tiny hill we have on our driveway. So we're heading up, hoping to find some better quality snow, deeper and
Yeah, be exciting.
Okay. Manuel, you having fun?
Yep.
They could just keep going and going. Thank you, Morgan, for letting me use your plan. Morgan, all right.
Morgan, how's it make?
Out of the way!
Move!
Yeah.
So here's some redneck ingenuity here. Don't have a GoPro, but we got a headlamp, a couple of bungee straps. I'm gonna tie my phone onto my head and videotape going down the hill. So I'm just hoping that this is turned about the right direction. Don't have any adjustability really. Yeah, so it works. Unfortunately, we had hoped that this would be the fastest one, but it's not. Even though I went, polished off all the rust, put some oil on it, put some wax on it, not quite sure what, but Jerome was wanting his to be the fastest one. Anyway, we now have 3 sleds instead of 2. We are the Mullet family. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Manuel's having a little bit of a harder time guiding his sled because his arm is still in a cast. Going to the doctor tomorrow, hopefully. This will be the last day he has to wear his cast. You excited about taking your cast off, Manuel?